Welcome. Our topic today is calculating time along longitude. Calculating time of places along longitude. We learned that we have 180 longitude in our map of the globe, and 180 longitude on the west of the prime meridian, and another 180 degrees longitude in the east of the prime meridian. Now we are going to learn how to calculate time in the different hemispheres. We said that the prime meridian divides the globe into two: eastern and western hemisphere. In calculating time of places in different hemispheres, when we are moving east, we usually earn the hour. And when we are going to west, we subtract. So this is going east of the prime meridian, and this is going west of prime meridian. A point also to remember, we said that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So the sun, we assume, is here, and when the earth is rotating along its axis, the east side faces the sun first, and then the west side comes along as the earth rotates along its axis. So the sun does not move at all, but the earth is the one that rotates along its axis. So we can ask ourselves, we have said this is 180 degrees and 180 degrees. They make 360 degrees. That is the degrees the earth rotates in 1 day. 1 day has 24 hours. Now I wish we calculate how many degrees the earth rotates in 1 hour. What do? We divide by 24. So we get 1. And when we divide by 24, by 6, 4, by 6, 6, by 4, 1, by 4, 1, 5. So in every hour, the earth rotates 15 degrees. Now, we should also ask ourselves, if in 15 degrees the earth rotates 1 hour, what if we put it at 60 minutes? How many minutes does it take the earth to rotate 1 degree? What shall we do? We shall divide by 15. By 15, 1, by 15, 1, and you get 4. So, in every 4 minutes, the earth rotates 1 degree. 1 hour, 15 degrees. 4 minutes, 1 degree. So we have said that a whole day the earth rotates 360 degrees, because we said on the east there are 180 longitude, and to the west there are 180 longitude. So 360 divided by 24, we got 1 hour, 15 minutes. Then we ask ourselves, in every degree, the earth rotates for how long? It's 4 minutes. So we have it there. Now, we shall calculate time. This is ahead, and this is behind the prime meridian. So, how do you get the time of a place to the east of the prime meridian, which is at 0 degrees, all to the west? Let's start with the time ahead. Let's all do it. We said we'll always add. We always add hours, and when we are going to the west, this is time behind. Always remember we subtract. We subtract. Yeah, so that will help us in calculation. Question number 1, which will help us to calculate time of place along longitude. What is the time of a country A at 75 degrees east if time at Greenwich is 12 noon? We are told at Greenwich is 12 noon. What is the time of a country A which is at 75 degrees? We want to calculate what is the time at A when the time is 12 noon at prime meridian or at 0 degrees. So, number 1 is we calculate time difference. In calculating time difference, remember we said in every hour the earth rotates 15 degrees. So if we have 75 degrees at point A, how many hours? We shall divide by 15 to get how many hours. We shall divide 75 by 15 to get the time difference. 75 divided by 15 is 5. So we have 5 hours ahead of prime meridian, which is at 12. So we said that we always add when going east. So if at prime meridian it was 12, so we shall add 5 hours. So 12, 1 p.m., 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 1 hour, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our time is 5 p.m. So when we are given degrees in east of a point A, what we do, we calculate time difference, we get 5. And then we ask ourselves, if in a prime meridian is 12 noon, what will be the time at A? What we do is we add when it is ahead of the prime meridian, when it is to the east of the prime meridian, we add hours. And now because we had 5 hours, our time will be 5 p.m. Now, what if we are given a position here, a place B at 76 degrees? What if we are given a place B at 76 degrees? What we do, we come and calculate the time difference, which will be 76 divided by 15. So by 15:1 by 15:5, remainder 1 degree. 5 remainder 1 degree. Therefore, we said if at the prime meridian at 0 degrees is 12, what will be the time at 76 degrees? We said number 1, we are adding the hour, the time difference, when it is ahead of the prime meridian. So we shall have 5 hours added, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. It is 1 hour, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's at 5. But we have 1 degree extra because it was at 76 degrees. So remember, we had the earth rotates. When it rotates 1 degree, it takes 4 minutes for the earth to rotate 1 degree. So we have 5 hours and 1 degree. So our time will be 5:04 p.m. The time at point B, which is 76 degrees, it's ahead of the prime meridian. Therefore, we add the time difference, the hours, and we get 5 hours. And because of our degree that is remaining, remember, we shall have 4 minutes because the earth takes 4 minutes to rotate 1 degree. Okay. Let's have another example. And now we shall move to the next hemisphere, which is to the west of the prime meridian. Now, what will be the time of a country C, which is at 60 degrees west, when the time at prime meridian is 12 noon? Okay. Now, we are not dealing with the east, we are dealing with the time behind the prime meridian, and always we do what? We subtract. So, our point C is at 60 degrees. We calculate time difference. What we do is we divide by 15 to get the hours it is behind the prime meridian. And we divide by 5, 3, by 5, 1, 2, by 3, 1, by 3, 4. These are hours. Now, what is our time at 60? At our prime meridian is 12 noon. Now we shall go to the west. Therefore, we are subtracting 4 hours. So 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So we have 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is our time? a.m. It is morning, beside 12 noon is 8 a.m. So number one, you calculate the time difference, you get 4 hours, and then it's good to write numbers so that now you calculate how many hours, and now our time is 8 a.m. to the west of the prime meridian. So when the time is 12 at prime meridian, it is 8 a.m. at 60 degrees. Good. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.